everyone, and happy almost Halloween. Today is going to be a Sephora recommendation video, but this is going to be different from the ones I've done in the past. I've done a ton of them, and I will try to remember to link a lot of them at least throughout this video. And I also have a playlist with all the Sephora recommendations. But I actually think that a lot of the products that I would recommend, you can pick up at a greater discount at other retailers. I think this is a good sale if you're a VIB because it's 20% off. That's a decent discount for a lot of these things, but it's not out and away the best. It's probably matching what I usually get at like a Saks or Neiman's or whatever. But I think the return policies are better at Nordstrom, you know, those types of things. So, but I do think it's a decent sale. So I did want to come on here, and I know a lot of people shop it. So I wanted to come on here and do a Sephora recommendation video for you all. Now, what I'm going to do today, and I'm just pulling up my phone if you're wondering what I'm looking down at. I wanted to first take a look at all the new, what they consider new on the Sephora app. I'm going to go through those and I'm going to call out the things that I think are really at least worth buying, whether or not during the sale or in the future. And then I'm going to hit the things that I think are like tried and true and I would always pick up. And I always do pick up actually. And then at the end, I'll have perfume recommendations for anyone who wants it. I am going to have a top 5 perfume video coming up, and I'm going to have a gift video coming up that will contain makeup, perfumes, and others. I'm going to segment the video so you don't have to watch parts you don't want. So with all that, let's dive in. So let's take a look at the new on the Sephora app. The Kaylee Oudgasm Vanilla is on there. To be honest with you guys, I tried all of the ouds from Kaylee. They're just not for me. They're not bad. My favorite would be the vanilla, if it's something you're interested in. But none of them are you know, something I'm looking for. There's a couple other perfumes that are new that I'll mention in the perfume section at the end. The Dior Mini, like the clutch, that gold clutch, I have picked it up in years past. It's part of the holiday edition. There's lipsticks in there. I'm not picking it up this year. I have each one from every year. If it's something you're interested in, first of all, I will say, and I will talk about it in my gift video, it's a great gift because who wouldn't, I mean, if you're buying for somebody who is like a luxury beauty buyer, like someone like myself, that's a great gift. I mean, if somebody bought that for me, I would be more than thrilled. First of all, it's expensive. I mean, it's $290, so that's a hefty gift. But also, like, it's got different colors of shades of lipstick in there, and it's a beautiful case. So it makes a great gift. There's no doubt about that. But Armani Beauty has Silk Glow Blush Duo for $59. It's a limited edition. I really like Armani products, and I do like their blushes. This is Euphoric, which is like a peachy pink, and Amore, which is a dusty rose. Excellent choices for most people. Yeah, I'm just thinking of like skin tone. I think it would work on a lot of folks, most folks. So it's, you know, a really nice gift. Or for yourself. I mean, that's always good as well. Dyson. I always recommend Dyson. That's what I use to do my hair. I was gone. I might have put something on Instagram, I'm not even sure, that I had fewer videos up because I had to travel, actually for my husband's work. And I went to the F1 event and I did my hair before I left. And I used the air wrap and curled my hair. And honestly, my hair stayed perfect for like 4 days, even in the heat and the disgustingness of like being outside and sweating. Really, like, impressive. So I know the Dyson air wrap isn't for everybody. Not everybody loves it, but for me, I would never ever go without that product. And my Dyson hairdryer feels the same way. I don't have the straightener because I don't often, I round brush my hair, so it's just not something I do. Sol de Janeiro, the Brazilian cream. I love those creams. Those are definitely fun. If you want to buy the big ones, I totally get that. Then there's a bunch of holiday gifts. There's the Rare Beauty Mini Blush and Glow, which has 4 pieces in it. Blushes and highlighters. Strongly recommend that one. That's a great gift. Sol de Janeiro has the sprays. Again, great gift. The Laneige lip products. I really like those. Those are really the tiny ones, but they're $20. Again, makes a great gift. So I love those. Let's go through a few things that are new-ish that I think are worth buying. So the first thing is the Tom Ford Soleil. This is a Soleil Neige collection. I have it on today. I have on the highlighter. This is in the pink. You can probably tell my face doesn't have a lot of color, so I don't have a blush on. This is just the Soleil Neige. And then on my eyes is the Soleil Neige eyeshadow. This is the, I just forgot the name of it. Oh, okay. The Lumiere de Hiver. Lumiere d'Hiver. Something like that. Anyway, I mentioned that I've been wearing this combination, which is just the really light shade. I'll show it to you in the palette with the brown on the outside. And every time I wear this, everyone's like, what are you wearing? It's literally those two shades. This shade all over the eye, and then this shade I'm using a super soft, fluffy brush on the outside just to kind of give it some depth, some dimension. And then I use this as liner, the deep shade. You can do it with more shades, but I've been using those too. And every time I wear it, every time. So although I would generally say that the Tom Fords of late are kind of hit or miss, this Soleil Neige collection is really, really good. And the highlighter, at least the pink ones, which is the one I got, and the d'Hiver are beautiful. And when I first did the review, I was kind of like, eh. And the reason I was like that is because I was like, oh, I have these shades. I don't think it's that new. But there's something about the way this looks on the eye and the highlighter that I just find very compelling, and I really, I'm enjoying, and I think it looks really good. So I really like this. I think it's definitely worth picking up. Although, again, sometimes with Tom Ford, it's kind of tricky to figure it out. These I really like. The next is the Dior Addict Lip Maximizers. Now, they aren't new, of course, but there are a couple shades that are on there, including Pure Copper, which is a relatively new shade. I really like that product. I would include it in my tried and true if I hadn't put it, the new shades in here. I think anything that you pick up, any shade you pick up from the luminizers, maximizers, I keep calling them luminizers, maximizers will be something that you'll enjoy. They do have a little bit of tingle, a little bit of warmth, but they're not uncomfortable. They really make your lips my lips are very dry, they make your lips feel very hydrated, and the new shades are awesome. They do also have holographic silver, which I think is outstanding. And like I said, holographic silver is part of the holiday collection, so it's really pretty, and I think it just gives a beautiful shimmer for the holidays. So a couple other things, I'm just looking, I know Hourglass has new things, House Labs has some new, there's not anything in there that I would be like, yes, you should totally buy. I mean, I'm not saying they're bad products, I either haven't tried them or, they're just not like my tried and true kinds of things. So for tried and true things, products that I would highly recommend over and over and over again. So first is the Dyson, which I've mentioned. Dyson products, they're absolutely phenomenal. I use them all the time. It's all I use. Second is the Armani Beauty, all Armani Beauty really, the blushes, my brain just went out. The blushes, the lipsticks. This lipstick is the Lip Power Long Lasting lipstick, and I have the one on today in shade 200. And these lipsticks I have worn for a long time. They are long lasting, they are very pigmented, they're comfortable on the lips, they are a great, great product. And if you're looking for something that is creamy, opaque, long lasting, these are wonderful. And I also love the shape of them because you can literally just put it on without liner because it syncs perfectly with the lines of your lips. Really, really excellent product, and definitely worth picking up. Armani does have sales from time to time that are more than 20% off on their site, but again, you might want to be buying these things from Sephora. La Mer and Augustinus Butter, both very expensive products, but I would say this. In general, those products do not go on heavy sales. Generally 20% off is, I don't remember seeing too much more than 20% off. Sometimes you can get 25% off, but that's rare. For La Mer or Augustinus, they're usually, sales alone are are good. So Augustinus butter, I use the rich cream, and I also use the soothing cream. Those are the two creams that I use. I really like the products. I will say though, they are incredibly expensive. So I get it if that's something that's out of your price range. And La Mer, I use the whole suite of La Mer products. I love the toner. I use it all the time. The cleansing oil is all I use as in the winter as my second step cleanser. And the La Mer softening lotion is what I use most of the time as my moisturizer. And then I have the thick La Creme, the original, when my skin gets really, really dry. I do buy the softening lotion during the Sephora sale. I do it every time because I use it. And so it just makes sense to get it, 20% off. Same with the Augustinus butter. I buy it because it's on sale and it's just, it's like kind of de facto, that's what I get. Gucci has their bronzer, which I did my bronzer video, I can't remember how many months ago. Gucci remains still one of my favorite bronzers of all time. I have shade 1, and it's a cool toned bronzer. So if you don't like cool tone, there's other shades that they have, obviously. 01, I think it goes up to like 6 or 7. I really like the bronzer. I think it's beautiful. It does have a strong smell when you first get it, a scent. I like the scent, but now that I've had it for a couple years, it has no scent whatsoever. But yeah, it's one of my favorite bronzers. Absolutely, absolutely love it. Rare Beauty, I've said it before, I love the blushes. I love the highlighters. I love the liners. I love the lipsticks. Rare Beauty, I think, has one of the best reasonably priced lines out there. The packaging is easy to use, easy to open. The colors are great. I think my favorite thing would probably be the blushes, the liquid blushes. Those are probably my favorite. I like the shimmer ones. I don't have the matte ones because the matte's just not really my thing. But yeah, I think they're excellent. The highlighters are really good too. And I really can't think of anything. Her mascara is good. I mean, Rare Beauty is just a great line. So to get it 20% off, that is awesome. Okay, so there's Dior, there's Tom Ford, there's a whole bunch of different brands. And like I said, I've done numerous videos that you can link to, and I have the playlist up. But I do want to mention Calorie Mascara. And the reason I want to mention this is I said a minute ago that I was at the Formula One event. I was basically outside for 6 hours in 90-degree heat. I do not do well in heat. Sweating terribly, profusely. And I wore mascara. Now, I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just not worn anything because my whole face melted. So there was really no point. But I did wear mascara. And by the end of the day, this hadn't moved. Hadn't budged. No smudging. Nothing. My lashes looked exactly the same as they did 7 hours before when I put it on. I was so impressed. I cannot even tell you. So if you're looking for a mascara to sit through a wedding, or you're going to Mississippi in August or New Orleans, or you need something that is not gonna move no matter what you do in humidity and high heat, Calorie Mascara. I was stunned. I assumed at least there would be smudging. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. My lashes looked perfect. The rest of me looked like a disaster. But the mascara, I was going to take a picture. I really was. And I told my husband, I was like, I should take a picture. But I looked so bad that I was just like, can't do it. So I have some vanity. Yeah, I looked rough. But my mascara looks fantastic. So I would really, seriously, if you pick up nothing else, if you're looking for a good mascara, that is the one. I also wore the Tatcha. Now I think it's still on here. I should double check before I say this because I'm gonna tout its effectiveness, and then you're gonna be like, Jennifer, it's not on the site anymore. I'll be like, oh, sorry. Okay, it is. Thank goodness. It's the Tatcha Silk Sunscreen Mineral Broad Spectrum SPF 50 Hyaluronic Acid. That is what I wore the whole day. Now, guys, you see how pale I am. I was outside. First, we left at 10:30. We got back at 5:30. So yeah, 7 hours. No tan, no sun damage, no burning, nothing. And I applied it once in the morning. Once. underneath. I put on a little bit of Chantecaille, like gel foundation, a very little. I just gotta put a little around my eyes and my nose. But yeah, worked beautifully, worked so well, and really, it's really smooth. It's the only one that I like to use on my face, you know? Like I'll use other ones on my body, I don't care, but on my face, I'm kind of, especially if I'm gonna wear makeup over it, the Tatcha Silk Sunscreen works perfectly. It is the only one I use on my face. Love, love, love. So that and the Calorie basically like saved my day. All right, so perfumes. So there are some perfumes that I've mentioned before. There's a bunch of Tom Ford perfumes that Sephora carries and others that I do like. But I want to mention there's a couple of new ones that I think are worth mentioning. There's the Burberry Goddess perfume. It's not a revolutionary perfume by any means. It's not like you've never smelled it before. It's a vanilla. But it's a very nice vanilla. I'm looking to see if I can get the notes here, just so I have them for you, because I really do like it, and I think it's very nice. Here it is. But it's not, again, it's not vanilla infusion, vanilla caviar, vanilla absolute. So, you know, it's vanilla. Unique gourmand fragrance is made with a vegan formula by a powerful trio of vanillas. Vanilla infusion with woody tonalities, vanilla caviar with rich sweetness, and at the base, a vanilla absolute enriched with luminous lavender. I really like this fragrance. I think it's very pretty. I love vanilla though, and I love gourmands. If you don't like a vanilla gourmand, it's not gonna be for you. But I really have enjoyed it, and I think it's extremely good. And the new Dolce & Gabbana Devotion. So it smells a lot to me like Acro's Bake. So basically it's like a lemon baked good. That's what I get from it. It's really nice. It's really, really good. I have Acro Bake, so I don't have a full bottle of the Devotion because they are similar. They're not exactly the same, but they are similar. So, you know, it's kind of up to you how you want. I think it's cheaper than the Acro. So, but I do want to mention that because it's a really beautiful perfume and is worth, in my opinion, worth picking up. Again, these are gourmands. I like gourmands, so just don't want it to be. Want to be a shock to you when you're like, well, these are all very gourmandy. Like, yeah, that's kind of what I like. All right, and then Yves Saint Laurent has a opium perfume. I'm trying to find it. I don't know if it's still on the site. It might be in stores. It's the vanilla one. It's the vanilla one. I know that's really helpful. You guys were like, yeah, Jen, that's not gonna help me. I'll put the name down below because I can't find it right now. Oh, here it is. Okay, I did find it. I'm not totally lost my mind. It's the Black Opium Le Parfum. So literally when you look for it, it's Black Opium, L-E, and then Parfum, P-A-R-F-U-M. And that's the one that has a vanilla quartet and a little bit of coffee. It's not like a coffee scent, it just has a little bit of underneath coffee. It's very nice. And that one I really, really like. And it does come in different sizes so that you don't, you know, if you don't want a big one, there's a 3 ounce, 1.7 ounce, there's a 1 ounce, and there's also the mini size. That literally is like the travel spray. So you could try it out if you wanted to. It's really, really good. Again, vanilla gourmand, but you know, that's what I like. And I would be remiss in not mentioning that the Yves Saint Laurent eyeshadows are on the Sephora site. That is the one product that I would say, if you can pick them up with 20% off at Sephora, I would just buy them. I think they're really excellent. I talked about it earlier in the year because I got them early and then they disappeared. I really like the Yves Saint Laurent eyeshadows. I have all of them. I think they're excellent. There are other sites, and I've mentioned it on Instagram, where they have them, and if you can get them on sale though, I mean, why not? Like, it's better to get anything on sale. But those eyeshadows are really excellent and worth buying. I am sure that I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna edit this and be like, how could I forget blah, blah, blah. Like I said though, I have tons of Sephora videos that I've done. And guys, it's not that I'm against Sephora. It's just, I feel like a lot of their practices have changed over time. their return policy, points, there's a bunch of things. And so I tend to buy more of my products from other retailers, that's all. And 20% off is, like I said, if you're a VIB member, that's great. I think you can find 20% off deals at a lot of retailers that have better policies, that's all. And then if something shows up though, like I know the Natasha Denona Xenon palette, I think it just showed off. Oh, as I'm recording this, I think it did just show up on Sephora. If that's something that you've wanted to get and you can get it 20% off, you know, that's awesome. The YSL palettes, the Tom Ford, all of those things, don't disagree. And if Sephora works for you and you know, like purchasing from them, I think that's great. But this video is meant more for like, these are products that are available at Sephora. They're available at other retailers as well, and I would recommend them, period, regardless of whether or not they're on sale. But being on sale is even better. But I would even buy these things at full price because I think they're excellent. But the fact is, you know, if you can get something on sale, why wouldn't you? So if you have any questions or anything that I didn't mention, again, they're probably in the other Sephora videos that I've done, but if not, certainly let me know, you know, put comments, questions down below, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you in another video really soon.